Hi everyone, I am Clara. I am the leading partner manager at Seibert Media. Seibert Media is a Atlassian partner. We're building software products for Atlassian, for Jira and Confluence, which you probably know. And I've been with the company for more than 3 years now. About 3 years ago, my team actually started using Ctable. One of them is also here today. And what we did when we started is we built a database for our partners. So as I said, working in partner management, we wanted to have a database where we could collect all the data about our partners. Before that, we used Confluence, but I will get into that in a bit. And what I would like to do today for you is to share our best practices, and I will be only talking from a user perspective. So our best practice, how we got the company to use Ctable. And growing from one team using Ctable with one base to over 100 Ctable bases and more than 200 users within 3 years. So first of all, our first best practice is attention. So spark interest and curiosity. Introducing a new tool is usually painful from user perspectives. It takes a long time. It includes a lot of stakeholders in the company, and we only started using Ctable as one team to achieve what we wanted. It was easy to set up for us. Everyone on the team was working on it and was adding to the database. So what did we do? We made it colorful. We used a lot of field types that like single select or multi-select, where the base already looked a lot more colorful. We used a lot of emojis. For example, instead of using words for language, we used flags, or we used emojis for different types of interactions or events. And that gave us endless opportunities to make the database really colorful and to spark interest, and our colleagues what we were doing there. So to give you an example, so this is the agenda from today, so no offense. And what did we do differently? We basically used different field types to make it look colorful. And then also on top of that, we spread the word. We wrote blog posts, we demoed our use cases to different teams and helped everyone setting up their own database for their own use cases. So my next best practice is the right use case at the right time. Our business is moving very quickly, and we need to adapt and find the best solution at the right time. What do I want to say with that? So going back to our initial example, we were using, obviously because an Atlassian partner, we were using Confluence for our partner directory. So we had one Confluence page per partner with all the information that we would collect there on one page. All the other data, for example, the licenses that sell our partners, were in different locations, and then we had to search all these information together. So for us, Ctable provided a solution where we could collect all these different information in one master database. And we added a lot more content to that database. First of all, everything was manually added because we didn't really know better. So our use case right now, how we're using Ctable, is very more advanced, but we'll get into that. First of all, everything was manually added. And that, of course, created a lot of problems for us. So as I said, we're selling licenses, so there's 100 licenses. Let's say 100 licenses sold every day, so they had to be added manually, and that wasn't really working for us. At the same time, we were also starting the search for company-wide CRM system. So we were introducing HubSpot. So now we had competition to our C-table database because everyone else wanted to use HubSpot. So we started building integrations with HubSpot. Also, as we did most of that ourselves, we were using Make to make connections there. And then when we were evolving, we also moved content that we had in Seibert, and we're just using HubSpot instead. Also, we figured out a better way to integrate our licenses or show them in Looker Studio, for example. But why am I saying this? I'm not saying that we're not using C-table for that use case anymore, but our use case has evolved, and we moved on from the partner directory to a lot more different use cases where C-table was the better software for. So, for example, we track marketing activities in C-table, or our marketing team does for different apps. We have our contract management in C-table. We store customer references or customer stories in C-table so everyone can access the information, which, for example, a customer name can be used publicly. We are tracking certifications of employees. That's an example that I can actually show you later. Or we track the different discounts we give to customers. All right. The next best practice for us is power users, advocating and optimizing tool usage. So I said in the beginning, we started using HubSpot as just one team, and we wanted to roll it out to the company because we really loved it and we wanted everyone else to use it too. So we found people in the company that we could convince with our use case. We demoed it a lot to other people, and then more and more teams started to use it. And just bringing some stakeholders up here and some power users in our company. So what we did, we early talked to IT about what we did with C-table, and we quite quickly moved to the on-premise version of C-table, which is really great. Thing is, it's also the only solution on the market right now that has an on-premise version, and that was really important for our IT so that we could keep using it. We also worked quite early with our business intelligence team and our automation team, and they helped us setting up automation so we don't have to manually add the data into C-table. And also, with marketing and HR, we found a lot of new users, and for example, our CEO, Martin Seibert, is also a big fan of C-table, so he builds his own automations now, and I will show you a use case that he built next. All right, so coming to my last use case, and it's probably more interesting for a lot of you here because we've already seen a lot of talks talking about interfaces and how C-table is connected, and I will show you what we do. So the example that I'm going to talk about is the Atlassian certifications of our employees. So what did we want to do? We wanted to have a base where all our employees are in there, and then where you could see which certifications they have. So in a company with 20 employees, you probably know who is certified, who is not, who could do a certification, and we're in a competitive environment where it really counts how many certifications a company has. So we wanted to have that in a database to keep track of it. So that was the goal, to import it to C-table. And first of all, we wanted to import the employee master data, which is name, email address, when the person started in the company, job title, etc. And then this created the first table in Seibert. And then we also imported the active certification. That's a list that's available in our Atlassian partner portal. And that was imported into a second table called certifications. And how do we combine these together? So we're using on the one hand link to other records in the certification table to link to the employees from the first table, and then we use data processing operations, the auto-app link, so the names of the employees are automatically linked to certifications, and this is how it looks like. So this is my record here, and you can see that certifications are not just a text field, but they're automatically linked. So if I want to see more, I can just click on one of the certifications, and then it opens up, and it's really easy to work with it and to add more information manually. For example, if someone wants to do a certification, or why that person should do it. Really specific use case, but I just wanted to show you an actual example of how we use Seibert. So that was talking about import into Seibert, but we also do export data from Seibert. We use that as a database for that. Early when we started doing our partner directory, we used the export functionality to filter a specific view and then present that to our partners so they could see specific information linked to them. And now, for example, we're using Google Chat to show information about our products and our competitors. For example, so Drawing for Conference is one of our products, and the database contains all the information about the app key or the competitor's app key, etc. The Google Chat where the information should be displayed, and this is how it looks in the Google Chat. Google Chatbot sends the information that he sources from Seibert and then presents it to everyone in that Google Chat, so no one has to manually search for those information. And those were a few examples of how we use Seibert from a user perspective. And happy to answer any questions that you have. Feel free to reach out to me after or connect on LinkedIn. And waiting for your questions. Thank you.
Can you go back at one slide? Just to get it right, you have, what kind of information you have in Seibert? You have just a summary of the information you present in the Google Chat, is it right? So you don't have the actual data inside Seibert, but you have the information in Draw.io, and Seibert is a kind of automation trigger to create this post.
The information on the Atlassian marketplace. So the marketplace has an API that we get the information from. So not the actual installs or in Seibert, but just the link to the product key, which is on top, and the competitors' keys, and then that can be sourced from the marketplace API. And the another information is the Google Chat room, where it will be exported to.
And you use the Seibert automation to publish it on Google Chat, or do you? Is it just
it's a Google bot. Yeah. but I'm sure Martin can explain it to you in detail because he set up the.
Martin is a huge fan of Googlebot because he asked me twice or 3 times about how can he grab some data from Ctable into Googlebot. It was quite interesting to see how he approaches such a problem like, okay, I have some data and I want to share it with somebody, and I have the publication channel is always Google Chat, and okay, how can I get the information from the right to the left? And it was quite interesting to see.
Okay, thank you.
More questions? Okay, thank you much.
Thank you.